I think the best strengths are, again, tapping back into the social stuff. It is providing like an amazing social community for people that can't make friends, are for some reason like unable to leave the home, have such and such condition to where it is hard to talk to people in real life. But also, I think the weaknesses are there's a lot of like bad people slipping through the cracks still, but I feel like that happens with every community. So,
Best strength of VRChat has to be the fact that like it connects a lot of people around the world. Cause like you have no idea how much Europeans, Asians, fucking Arabics, South Africans, just all around the world. I have met a lot of folks. If I like, cause where I live in California, it is diverse as it is, but there's like a lot of groups, I never really met before, and just like VRChat is like really good at connecting nations to nations, countries to countries. Cause like I love meeting new people, new culture. I just love that shit. All of it is just amazing, and I love meeting new people. And if it wasn't for VRChat, I would have meet the people that I know now, and all the people I met so far are cool, and I fuck with them. But the weakest weakness of VRChat is that I'd say all the bad people really, because like VRChat was supposed to be meant for like people meeting each other, but if you go up to a public world nowadays, all you see is like e-daters, people who are rude, like loud, just fucked up folks that you shouldn't be friends with, and sometimes you fucking meet incels, femi Nazis or whatever. And I say VRChat as a game, it's a good game. It has many strengths. It's supposed to be a game where you meet people around the world. But how they created the game and only for the game ending up like this, it is quite sad if you think about it, because it was meant with the wholesome content just to be turned into this kind of game. So I say that is the biggest weakness it has.
So I think, and tying back a little bit to the last question as well, I think its biggest strength is also its biggest weakness. I think giving people the ability to put on an avatar, a body, a face that they think is appealing, at least to them or to other people, and then also be in a space where they're not going to be as overwhelmed or ridden with anxiety as they would in real life. So in a way, giving them confidence to where their actual personality can shine and come through. I think that's a great thing for most people. Like, there's a lot of people I've met who, for me, I'm more of a confident, like outgoing guy in the first place, like in real life. And I've got to be. I have my anxiety. I have my hang-ups and stuff like that. I'm not the most social person, but like I'm not crippled by social anxiety and stuff like that, if that makes sense. But to talk to people here, like the guy I mentioned earlier, that him and I became friends because I explained the fabric of the universe to him. I talked to him. He was like a little bit older, like in his, I want to say late 20s. And I tried to talk to him. I was like, man, do you actually have friends outside of VRChat? Like, do you go do stuff? He was like, no, I work from home mostly, and I kind of cut my friends off a couple years ago. But the thing is, yes, that's a sad reality. But in VRChat, he was super open, super talkative, like was way out. So it gave him the confidence to be social with with people in here. Now, why I say that's also the greatest weakness is also kind of going back to the trolls. You have the people who like have this way malicious, messed up side to them. And it basically, on both sides, the thing that makes them most common is the fact that they don't have consequences. So the people who flourish in this type of environment, make friends, socialize and stuff, it's because they don't have the consequence of like fully being judged for their outer and inner appearance. Somebody doesn't like them, they can move on to the next person. Oh, turns out we're more similar. But then with the trolls, they don't have the consequence of, hey, I'm going to say something super messed up and heinous. I'm going to harass you and you're not going to be able to smack me in the mouth. And so I think that veil that can give confidence to just about anybody is the greatest strength and the greatest weakness of VR.
Best strengths? When I think of VRChat, I just think of, like, you know, someone to talk to, and, like, that's kind of it. Just the social aspect and, like, the aesthetic. Like Second Life and, like, other games like Roblox, they have a social aspect to them, but like it doesn't really like attract me as much as VRChat. Like, you got comfy ass worlds. You could be a penguin and just talk to your friends. So there you go. It does have weaknesses, I think. I think so. There's definitely weaknesses. Like, sometimes it's just maybe like I just think of like people. There's like ERP worlds in like the trending page. So yeah. That's one. And the children. It's too accessible to children.
Yeah.
That's another one. It's a headache.
Okay, so honestly, it's the same thing. Like, the biggest strength is the biggest weakness, and that's bringing out the core of a person's personality. Because in real life, people are going to suppress their personality to a certain degree to like fit in and appear like more normal, I guess. But when you're on VRChat, you can do whatever you want. And so then you get to see people's true colors. And so good people will shine even brighter. And then bad people will, like, they'll be even worse. So I think that's definitely both the strength and the weakness of VRChat. And even though it's like, it can get pretty bad, I feel like it's more of a positive thing in most cases. Like, I've met more positive people than negative.
Ooh, okay, that's good. I think definitely some of VRChat's biggest weaknesses or biggest issues are, you know, like the diversity and the inclusiveness with like PC versus, you know, Quest, and being able to see avatars and joining worlds. I also think that being like limited, you know, Wi-Fi or data, whatever makes the worlds glitch really bad when more people join, you know, not being able to, like, it's being really glitchy, I guess. Maybe that's just my Wi-Fi, but sometimes I just get really glitchy when I join like a bunch of other people, and it just sucks because like I can't do anything about it. And like I've changed my settings and like I've done, you know, the right stuff. It's just that like then I can't do whatever my friends are doing, kind of. And I'll have to rejoin, or I'll crash, or like just like stuff like that. I think that's bad. I think that's definitely one of their biggest weaknesses. And I think one of their, you know, biggest strengths is being able to connect like a ton of people from all over the world together through like a headset or through like their computer, and like actually being able to talk and like interact and, you know, become friends with a bunch of people. I also really like how they made their worlds, like the worlds at least, or whoever, you know, I don't know, do people make these worlds that we're in? Or is it just like, you know, like, oh, okay, well, then I guess it's the people, but like, I think it's, they're just kind of cool, I guess, because sometimes they're realistic, but then sometimes they're just so cool that it's like real, I guess. I also like that you can pick up things. I like that you can pick up things.